Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Raine Plays. Today we are at 1 Torendi Tower Penthouse in the Fashion District. This is the last one in the Fashion District, and then we're moving to the last neighborhood. I have my daughter's flu, so I'm going to sound even worse than normal. This guy's name is Dan Henli. He's kind of modeled after one of my favorite Korean actors, although he's better at American acting than Korean acting. But he came up and I tweaked him, obviously, but he just looked more and more like someone I know and like, so I kept him. I flubbed up on this one quite a few times. I didn't do any of the, four sides of the building before. Apologize for that. And a majority of this, well, let me just say, all of this speed build is things that I had trouble with. And the worst part was the roof. And then, you know how you can't see what you're doing until you go into play? Well, I didn't play him because I wasn't feeling good, so when I got up this morning, I went in to do the walkthrough, and I got to that second floor, and I'm like, oh gosh. It's one thing to know that you're bad at stuff, but to have it thrown in your face like that is another. It just makes the situation even worse. And it's like, yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't understand it. I can't figure it out. No matter how many tutorial videos I watch, it makes no sense to me how you can do it and I can't. There's something missing. There's a crucial step you're not telling me. I don't know. I'm not catching it. I just don't understand roofs. I especially don't understand diagonal roofs. It's very frustrating. Hopefully not too frustrating to have to sit there and watch me agonize over it in this video, but I'm not a roof person. Unless it's a solid square that fits perfectly on top, I'm just not gonna. I threw that cylindrical thing up there out of spite. I just said, F you, EA. I'm not. Nope. I don't care how stupid it looks. I just don't care. What you see is what you get. And it's not a reflection on the build. I'm pleased with what I did. I think it came out okay. Just those snaggy issues that okay. I did not like the before. Let me just start there. I didn't like the before because it looked too much like a house. And this is not a house. It's a penthouse. Why would you have kids in a penthouse? And it just looked like that bedroom off the entry on the first floor looked like somewhere you'd shove a kid. I just didn't understand. It had 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. None of it made sense, but then none of this stuff does make sense to me, so there were good parts to the before and there were bad parts to the before. The basketball court in the center like that. Right, here's the thing. If you're going to have a basketball inside your house, why are you going to have kids? I don't know. I'm trying to keep this microphone quiet. The after, not as bad. I liked some things. I didn't care for other things. The kitchen was not an afterthought, although it's probably going to look like that to you guys. I knew that was where I wanted it. I just had to rearrange a couple things and rethink the wall. Most of what is there is what I intended to do. Now, the other thing too, I'm probably getting ahead of myself. This is such a big lot, and there's so much to go through here. But you see, there's grass here. I'm going to assume that that is grass, because it looks like grass to me. But when I went in to build, it wouldn't let me put grass down. It wouldn't let me put any kind of terrain paint down. None at all. I just didn't get it. Not much to talk about either, other than I feel really, really crappy. Well, I suppose I could talk about that. You know how they tell you to wash your hands frequently? Well, I do that. You're supposed to sing happy birthday twice while you're washing your hands. I did that. I was Lysoling the place up, scrubbing everything down. I even wore those face masks. My daughter was wearing a face mask, and I still got sick. I just don't believe in anything. I don't. I really don't. This always happens. I don't believe what people say. I don't believe scientists. I don't believe doctors. I just don't believe anything. Because I always end up having it disproven. Well, I don't. How am I supposed to say that without sounding like an arrogant prick? A majority of what is said about this or that or the other is disproven by me through action. Does that sound better? It doesn't work for me. Does that sound even better? And I'm not a nihilist. It doesn't go that far, but I just have a hard time listening to anybody's advice or suggestion, because it never works right for me. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we're at the part here where I was just trying to get something to do what I wanted it to do, and it just didn't work a couple times. So yeah, a majority of this is just me struggling, suffering, trying to figure it out, and then I just said, you know what? So I apologize if this is a long and grueling video. It took me the whole day, actually 2 days. I can't remember. I don't even, is today Monday? But we got a plumber coming out, and that's probably going to get noisy. I'll just add some music to this video, and it's a neat place if you want to do a Let's Play. It's a neat place to go. The odd thing is, in the entire of the fashion district, I have yet to play an actual sim that goes out into the world and interacts with the people there and goes to the, what are they called, fairs and things like that. I haven't done that in fashion district. Yeah, see, this I showed you, it wouldn't let me put down any terrain paint. It said I wasn't on my own property or something. So I ended up having to use that green cement just to kind of make it look like grass. I don't, you know what? Like I said, at that point in this build, I was like, I'm doing whatever, and that's it. And if it sounds bad, I'm sorry, but I just can't keep dicking around with stuff like that over and over. And no matter what I do, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. All right, fine, I'm done. That's just the way I play. Build. I don't spend hours clicking every frickin' key on my keyboard just to see if one of them might be the one, you know? I can't do that. I don't have the patience. So I went with green cement, and I don't care. Yeah, I always have trouble with stairs. You want them to go, you want them to do something, and you want them in a certain spot. I still wish that it would branch out both ways, like up in the center and then one to the left and one to the right. I really wish it would do that, but it won't. You need 2 stairs, and then that's too wide for this build, so... Here's the other struggle I had when I got rid of that. The holes just popped through, and I don't know why. And I know I'm doing something wrong because I just keep building new walls to get a floor. But in this case, all I had to do was add fencing, and the floor came back. Again, why? I don't know. I have no idea why. But it just popped straight through there, and this is a balcony on the outside of the house. Why are there holes there? Probably had to push the balcony part. I don't know. But see, all I did was add fencing, and the floors came back. I just don't have anything to say. And then this pool... I ended up using it on my first floor, but I kept looking underneath, and there's no great big thing hanging down in the apartment below where nobody lives, I know. So I just said, hey, great, he gets a pool. Kind of a wonky looking pool, but I didn't care. He gets a pool. I'm not gonna play him. Because my thinking at this point is if I ever did do Let's Plays, I would come back to all of these things and do them all over again, hopefully better than my first attempts. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking at this point, is just to go back, do it all over again, only hopefully better. Yeah, now here's the ending here, my roofing. Why does it have to be sticking out? Why can't it go in? Why can't they line up? Who has a roof where the edges just pop out of the other roof? Why would it do that? And why would you even give us the option to have something like that? You gave us diagonal roofs, but no way to use them. And I don't understand that. And then if you fix it and you get it to pop in, it's too low, the other one's too high. So I just don't like it. I don't like roofs. I'll bet the people who are great at it spent about a year in Sim 4 roof class and got straight A's, and that's why they're so good at it. So far, I've flunked in the class. I've flunked it since 2017. And I'm not going to spend any more money on a student loan trying to learn how to make a roof in The Sims 4. I'm just not going to do it. See, now I got this to work, but then I'm like, and what about the big hole in the middle? Now what? And even then, the diagonal one never quite, see? In order to get it to line up, now there's a hole, so you push it back and it's too high, and you lower it down and it says it can't go down any lower, so now it's sticking up. Oh man. So I at least got 4 sides to line up. And then I thought, well, I'm going to put a wall there, but then why? Why would I? There's still going to be a gaping hole there, yeah? So I figured, fine, I'll go up another floor and I'll just add a roof to that. But it dumb me, it's the same design. I'd have to start all over again. I don't get it. I honestly do not know what they want me to do. What roof do you want me to choose to make it fit here? Which one is it? Because I can't figure it out. Oh man, it's aggravating just looking at this video footage again. Anyway, back to the illness and people saying so-and-so do this, do that, and everything will be golden. I've been taking Emergency. It's like 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And what else did it have in it? B, some kind of B vitamin. I took that. Sucking on Hall's cough drops. I was taking my cough and cold medicine at night before I went to bed. I was doing all that. And I still got sick. So I just don't care what any doctor or, 4 out of 5 doctors recommend. I just don't listen to it. I don't follow it. I don't buy it. If that was the case, I shouldn't be sick right now. But I am. I gave him some fish bowls with no fish. I think what threw me, you know how I demolish what's there and then I end up redoing the blueprint? I think that is what threw me this time, because when I demolished this building, he was standing in that corner. I'm like, well, then I guess that's where the elevator goes, right? I mean, technically, I probably could have put the elevator anywhere, but I started the elevator in that corner, and so I ended up retracing my steps as opposed to just doing a true build. That's why I can't wait to get to Newcrest. No restrictions. No pre-made homes that throw you off. Just build. Whatever you want, build it, because everything is empty. I love it. I keep forgetting to find out how many. This next district looks like the financial district, but I'll get to see Lobo again, so I'm excited about that. But I don't know exactly how many apartments. One of them is owned by the land grabs. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say there's at least 4 more to do. And then I'm finally out of San Myshuno. I suppose I should come back, though, to play here just to see what it's like. But I'd have to remember which apartments don't have mice and plumbing issues. I don't know. As you can tell, my medicine is starting to kick in. I'm getting a little woozy here. Yeah, this is the 2nd floor, and I looked up and went, yeah, great. Big surprise there, yeah? The roof is just in 5 different layers. I know, excuse me, I know I built a floor up there. I know I did. So nothing should be sticking through, right? But it is. I don't care. You know what? I don't. If that's what you're going to do, then that's what you're going to do. I don't know why it happens. And even if you explained it to me, I wouldn't understand. And even if you did explain it to me and I understood, I still wouldn't be able to get it to go right. You could, but I couldn't. No matter what I do, it would still do this. I give up and I just don't care. It's too frustrating and I don't like to be frustrated. I've got so much stress in my daily life, I don't need a game to add to it. And I'm just not going to let it happen. It's just not going to happen with me. If it looks like crap and you think I'm a fool, I agree with you heartily, believe me, 100%. I know, but I did not anticipate that happening until it was too late. I gave him some of those fountains because I like them. And yeah, I apologize. I cut out as much of this as I could. The stupid camera, the minute you leave the lot, you go flying out into the world. So I had to hug the walls, crouch down low. And even then, I went zooming a couple times. I'm sorry. It's videos like these that are not going to help my channel grow, I know. I did say this is a learning curve for me. I've never been here before. I've never done these. I've never been this high in the sky in The Sims 4. So it is. It's all a learning experience. Some things I learned and other things, no. I didn't learn. See, now, I just think the basketball court should be out here. I don't know if you can tell just by looking, but I turned off seasons. I always hope that it'll make the video quality just a little bit better, but it doesn't. So I don't know why I bother. Looks like we're coming up on the end here. Yeah, so I ended up giving you some outer shots after. Wish I'd done that before, though. Oh well. Thank you so much for watching my video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.